Hey guys, welcome back to Hollow Acres Homestead. Today we're going to be talking all about mullein. This beautiful plant, these multiple beautiful plants beside and behind me, this is mullein. Mullein is a medicinal flowering herb and plant, scientifically known as Verbascum thapus. Sounds like a spell, doesn't it? Verbascum thapus. Well, it is a biennial plant that is known for its medicinal properties. Now you can see behind me this very tall, erect stem. Yeah, that's what I said. Now this one has gone to seed, but this one here has not. The entire plant is covered in these felt-like hairs that is all over the plant. From the leaves at the bottom to the flowers up top. Obviously the flowers don't have it, but the flowering head here does. The leaves are large, lance-shaped and arranged in a rosette during its first year. In its second year, mullein produces a tall spike of yellow, densely packed 5-petal flowers. Mullein is often found in fields along the side of the road and meadows. It could be found anywhere, all over the world. Mullein is native to Europe and Asia, but the seeds have been shared all the way to North America, and now it can grow very invasively. Now just one of these mullein stems. Oh, haha. Look, I touched it and I'm covered in seeds. Can you see? Now here is a cool thing about mullein. All of the seeds are up here in the top. All in there. If you were to take it and tip it upside down, millions of seeds would come out. So with this biennial plant, it can turn perennial and be extremely invasive very, very quickly. I don't have a problem with that though. Now that you know what mullein is and what it looks like, let's talk about the medicinal properties. And mullein has been traditionally used to alleviate respiratory conditions such as colds and coughs, bronchitis, and asthma due to its soothing and expectorant properties. Mullein also possesses anti-inflammatory properties, making it useful for treating earaches and skin conditions. Mullein also has mild sedative properties that can help with insomnia and anxiety. Mullein can also act as a diuretic, aiding in healing urinary tract infections. Who knew that mullein could have so many medicinal benefits? Now let's talk about 5 fun facts about mullein. Mullein has been used for centuries in traditional herbal medicine used all over the world. It is sometimes called the cowboy's toilet paper because of the soft leaves. Mullein's flowers are attractive to not only people, but to insects. They are great for pollinators. They welcome bees and butterflies, and I've even seen a few wasps and beetles on these. And our 5th fun fact is that mullein's leaves can be used as an insect repellent. Simply crush up the leaf and then rub it on yourself. Keep the bugs away. Now let's talk about 5 ways that you can use mullein. Mullein tea. Steep the dried leaves, even the flowers, in hot water, 3 to 5 minutes. Boil it as if you were making an herbal tea and drink it. The tea will have soothing effects that will help as an expectorant for anything you got in the lungs, you got any cough. It's really going to help to tame and calm all of that down. Mullein oil. Infuse the mullein flowers in oil, such as olive oil or coconut oil. After the flowers have infused into the oil 4 to 6 weeks, you can then add them into salves and lotions, chapstick, lip cream, whatever. A mullein tincture. Now you are going to want to use dried leaves for the mullein tincture. You can create an alcoholic tincture with dried mullein leaves. After the mullein leaves have infused in your alcohol, which would be a high-grade vodka, it would take about 4 to 6 weeks. You would then strain it off and then use the tincture, probably 1 or 2 milligrams, a little dropper, however you want to do it. You really should do your own research. This isn't like me giving you a recipe and telling you how to do it. This is me telling you 5 ways to do it. I could go further in depth into detail in a separate video if you would like. If you would like that, leave me a comment down below, let me know. A respiratory mullein syrup. Mullein syrup, how about that? You can infuse the mullein leaves into honey or elderberry syrup or something. It's the infusion of the process that is really going to be beneficial in the syrup. You could then use that syrup for sweetener. Also, it has the medicinal properties in it. Put it in your tea, drink it, good to go. And you can make a mullein poultice. Now you might be wondering, what is a poultice? A poultice consists of herbs and other ingredients mixed together, usually chopped down, heated, placed over a sore or a cut, gash, whatever it is, and then wrapped around. So it's the healing properties. It's like, you know, they say put some mud on it. You put some mud on it. Don't put mud on it, but you know what I mean. That's what it is. That's the best way I can think to describe that to you right now. There's probably a smarter way, a more scientific way to say it, but I didn't write that down in my notes. Now we have already learned so much about mullein. How about we learn how to grow it from seed to harvest? Now mullein is typically grown from the seed, and it takes 2 years to go from little itty bitty baby size to, oh, that's a nice rosette shape, oh, look at those leaves, they're so pretty, to, whoa, look at that stalk, that thing's huge. I've had a couple stalks get, I didn't even measure them, I should have, they were so tall. These seed heads, like I said earlier, they contain thousands upon thousands, if not millions of seeds, depending on how many, of course, seed heads that you collect. Now you can direct sow these seeds. You can just toss them and just let nature do its thing, or you can start them in individual little seed cells, pots, little pots. I don't know where I'm going with this. Put some seeds in a pot, let it grow, okay? Then you pot them up. Do the process that you would be doing as if you're growing any other plant. Sow the seed, pot it up, let it grow, pot it up, let it grow, plant it out, right? When you do plant them out, you're going to want to plant them 18 to 24 inches apart. They do get really, really wide and really, really tall. And if they are planted really close together, they will not get as big. They just won't. See, like this one here. This one isn't really that big. This one's much bigger, but I had a couple in the garden. They were by themselves. They got huge. Mullein prefers 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. It will not do well in the shade. I have tried. Anything less than 6 hours, it really will not do well. 4 hours, it's gonna die. Fair warning. Be sure to water mullein regularly. However, it can handle drought and even some neglect. These mullein plants right here, I don't water this section very often. I think I do it maybe once a week because I don't have water access up here. I got to use my little 1 gallon waterer, so it's just I have to fill it up 4 or 5 times because these are apple trees. That's what's here, an apple tree, and then mullein. I didn't put this here. I'll be completely honest with you. I had mullein grown in the garden, and then the leaves, the seeds just go everywhere. I like them here though. They'll be here forever now because this isn't gone to seed. I'm not gonna be able to get rid of it now. When it comes to harvesting, now you can harvest really at any point. You can take the leaves. I have dehydrated quite a few leaves. I like to dehydrate them, and then I use the dehydrated leaves in tea. But you would seriously just go to this stem, pick it off. That's it. It's really not that hard. You don't want to completely leave the plant bare. You want to make sure to clean up along the bottom rim of your plants. Any dead and dying leaves, you want to pull those off, and the new growth will come out of the center of the rosette and continue growing. Now, in the second year of mullein's life, I guess, you will know that it is ready to harvest whenever it starts turning brown. You can see here, this is not a very good looking plant. Nowhere near as green and healthy looking as this one is, right? This one has gone completely to seed. I can go ahead and harvest. This is the last seed head that I have. I wanted to save this one for this video so that I can pull it down and show you how many seeds there are inside of there. Now, when you are harvesting for the seeds, you are going to go and cut right below all of the seed heads. Now, here's where it does get a little tricky. Sometimes, and with this one, it is so incredibly tall that if I were to snip it here and if it were to fall, I'd lose all of those seeds. I would lose so many seeds. As soon as you were to take the head, as soon as it tips upside down, like it pours out. I'm so serious. Now what we did, and I'll show you right here, is we took a very large trash bag. We took that trash bag, wrapped it over the mullein, and then we would have to bend and crack it inside of the bag to keep the seeds. Obviously, I want the seeds. I wanted them in the bag, so that's what we did. And I just had to break it different spots in order to be able to fit the whole thing in the bag. Once I had all of the heads that I was collecting in the bag, I then shook the bag a whole bunch. Then I would take the seed heads and I pour them upside down into a 5-gallon bucket and just shake it a whole lot. I was able to get so many seeds. So many seeds. I haven't weighed them. I'm going to, and it's probably how I'm going to end this video because I don't foresee me ending this right now. I will show you how many seeds I got, how I did this, and you are going to want to grow some mullein for your garden. It's beautiful. I mean, you can put it absolutely anywhere. And since we're talking about the seeds and the mullein and how you're going to want to grow it, I have such a big surprise. So I'm so excited. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. That'll come. It'll come. But I'll give you a hint. Can I give you a hint? No, I can't give you a hint. I can't do that. How do you store these seeds? Let's talk about how to store mullein seeds. Okay, a couple things. You could collect them all together and put them in an airtight container, close the lid, boom, you're done. Okay. Or you can package them up individually, and you'll want to close them in little seed envelopes or whatever you're using. You can keep them in the freezer for longevity, or just put them in a cool, dark place where they're not going to get daily, they're not going to get a whole lot of sunlight. That's pretty much just how you store seeds. Any seeds is how you store the mullein seeds. Put them in the freezer or put them in a cool, dry place. And dark. Did I say dark, cool, dry, dark place? That one. And if you're, able or willing, you can label those seeds. If you've been around here, you know that I don't label things, and which is why I don't know what things are. But I'm getting better, and I do label my seeds. I definitely label my seeds. That's all the information that I have to give you. Let's go check out all those seeds. All right, we are inside right now, and this is what my mullein seed heads look like. Now, I didn't want to toss these because I don't think I got all of the seeds. Hi, Shadow. A lot of seed heads. They kind of look like dried up corns on the cob. And then in here, now this might not look like a lot. And yeah, there are some of the seed heads, I guess let's call it chaff, if we will. But once we get past all of the chaff, I mean, that is so many seeds. Do you see how tiny? I don't even think you can see how tiny they are. These tiny, tiny little seeds grow that giant mullein plant. Isn't that absolutely insane? Looks like dirt, but it is not. That's awesome. Now, because I have so many mullein seeds, what I would really love to do is give away a few. So I want to give some seeds away to 5 people. If you would like the opportunity to win some mullein seeds, what I need for you to do is like this video, leave a comment down below, tell me anything you want to say, I'm in, I want seeds, I love this video, wow, mullein's so interesting, I never knew all those things, whatever. Leave a comment and subscribe to Hollow Acres Homestead. I will choose a winner at random on Monday, and I will post that video at 4 p.m. Further instructions will follow. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope that you learned something, at least one new thing. That's the goal for today's video. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's like a million seeds in the corner as soon as you put it upside down. I'm not going to be able to get all of those seeds out of there. Because the plant will grow the stalk in the spring and flower. The first year it looks like this.
What is it?
It's mullein.
What is that?
So it's really soft. It can be used as toilet paper. Also, it is an expectorant for
that as
medicinal.
toilet
Yes, you
paper?
can.
You cannot.
Yes, you can.
It's
for
an
a long time. It's
outside
called the
flower.
Cowboys toilet paper.
It's an outside flower.
Yes, it's an outside flower.
It's been outside growing.
But it has
you don't want to wipe that on your ass.
You'd wash it first and dry it.
And then it wouldn't be a flower. It would be...
No, it's leaves. You're not. This isn't a flower. You don't use the flower to wipe your butt with.
Here you go. I broke it.
Well, it's fine.
That's not very strong toilet paper. Are you supposed to dry it and compress them all into one sheet?
I don't know. I have not actually used it as toilet paper.
Why don't you try it? Let me know how it turns out.
Okay, I will.
Maybe it'll solve all your... What? Did you pick that?
She can pick whatever she wants. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's
very pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah. They know that I don't care if they pick stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're supposed to grow so we can look at them. They won't grow if you pick them.
You can pick a couple more and put them in the vase in your room if you want, Emma.